If you are a Bernie Sanders supporter, last night was very disheartening. Bernie Sanders, who was supposed to win in 2 or 3 states, lost in all five, and that was pretty much the worst case scenario. I am a huge Bernie Sanders supporter, and I will be with him until the last primary. And if he doesn't win the nomination, I will write him in on that ballot. That's just how I feel. It's Bernie or bust. I'm not going to let my vote be dictated by fear. And I love Bernie Sanders, but I cannot stand politics, especially American politics, because I feel that if Americans would spend the same amount of time doing research, or maybe even half the time they spend doing research on sports teams as they do for the person they're going to cast a ballot for, we wouldn't have people like Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton being the front runners in the two major political parties in the most powerful country ever in the history of the world. I mean, I try to talk to Hillary Clinton supporters, and they can't even give me a reason why they support her. If you actually look at the issues, Bernie Sanders has far better judgment than Hillary Clinton. They'll say that she's more qualified, she's more experienced. No, she's not. And she's not more experienced because Bernie Sanders has been, in politics far longer than Hillary Clinton. But it's like American politics is like how, grade school or middle school used to have like class presidents. And it wouldn't be the smartest or the most analytical person in the class. It would be the person who's the most popular, and that's who people would vote for. And that's sort of what we're seeing right now. I mean, Hillary Clinton is a person who will change at the drop of a dime her political positions whenever polling hits 50.01%. She will change her views on gay marriage. As soon as more than half the country thinks gay marriage is okay, then she'll change her opinion on it. Bernie Sanders has been in favor of gay marriage since the 70s, and even prior to that. Hillary Clinton is on camera within like the last decade saying that she believes marriage is between a man and a woman. And the thing is, it might have been different if she was a teenager or a kid who said that. So maybe we can't hold her as we won't hold her accountable. But she was an adult in her 40s and 50s when she was saying that marriage, she believes, is between a man and a woman. Do you really think that she just had some sort of revelation at the same time when it was politically expedient for gay marriage to be a political position? No, it wasn't. Bernie Sanders put his fucking life on the line for African Americans. You see, overwhelmingly, they're voting against him. This is a man who could have been killed fighting against segregation, because a lot of people forget that during the civil rights movement, there were white people who were murdered also and beaten also, sometimes even worse than the blacks, because I remember reading stories about the freedom bus rides throughout the South, and the white racists would take the white people out the buses first and beat them, because it's one thing that black people are fighting for their rights, but it's another thing for those white racists or whatever, because they saw that the white people helping them were sort of like betraying them. And Bernie Sanders put his life on the line fighting against segregation in Chicago. He was arrested. If he can stand with me, if he can stand with African Americans, 60 years ago, I can stand with him right now, and I will continue to stand with him, even going into the general election if he doesn't get the nomination. It's Bernie or bust, and when I say that, I mean it. I am not going to play into the two-party system of, we have to pick a candidate that the Democrats and the Republicans, it's almost like they choose for us. It. It's like I'm sort of getting to a point where I just don't even care about politics anymore. I try to reason with people. I try to explain to them why Bernie Sanders is a better candidate, and then they're like, "Oh well, he's a communist, or he just wants to give people free stuff." But the thing is, it's like those are your tax dollars going towards stuff that benefits you. And see, every other modernized country in the world has figured that out. But for some reason, Americans are just stuck on stupid and have yet to think to say that, hey, look, if we're going to be paying 30% of our income to the government, then we want the government to help us out. We shouldn't have to worry about healthcare, college tuition, if we want to be giving away 30% of our pay. And Hillary Clinton's even now saying that, you know, I'm going to see what I can do. No, you fight for you fight for what's right. And that's why I support Bernie Sanders. I'm feeling the burn even now, and I'm not giving up hope. People are even saying that in the states coming up, he has a far better chance of winning, and that it's still possible for him to get the nomination, even though it's been diminished a little bit. It having things that are good doesn't come without a fight, or however that goes. And that's all I have to say. Please donate to his campaign. I already gave money to his campaign. You guys can do the same. Donate as much as you feel comfortable, because every little bit counts. Because we don't have corporations donating millions of dollars to his campaign like Hillary does. So feel the burn, and let's keep fighting for the future of America. Peace out, guys.